Icon Audio Arts.
From Beatles to Bhakti, George Harrison, The Long Road Home. Written by Jagannatha Dasa. Narrated by Jagannatha Dasa. Copyright 2020, Icon Audio Arts.
If anybody happens to be walking from Hyde Park down Park Lane along towards Piccadilly and down Trafalgar Square at 1:30 on Sunday, they'll be in good company. Because, George? God.
Oh. Harold Davison's letting me make an appearance.
Yes, he'll be there. Lord Jagannath and Krishna and all the gang. Balarama, and they're all going to be there at that $1 million bash. Starts 1:30, Marble Arch. Great chanting and fun.
When I first noticed that I was interested in this, with the music first of all, I think, and along with that I'd heard stories of people in caves, yogis as they're known, people levitating and dematerializing and doing all sorts of wondrous things. And then through the music, with meeting Ravi, it was great because he's a Brahmin, which is a sort of high sect. And just all the groovy people are Brahmins, like the scientists and religious people and musicians and all those. And then in the end, I'd like to become this myself. I'd just like to have this quality that these people have, which is a spiritual thing. And I think with us having all the material wealth that we need, then, the average person feels that if they had a car and a telly and a house, and that's where it's at. But if you get a car and a telly and a house, and even, a lot of money, his life's still empty because it's still all on this gross level. And what we need isn't material, it's spiritual. We need sort of some other form of peace and happiness. And so that's why the Indian people, they all seem very peaceful and as though they have found something, because they haven't had the material wealth. They've had to look at themselves for some answer, and they found it inside themselves.
Seek the kingdom of heaven that lies within. Well, you see, it's an understood thing in various religions. There's something that's latent within everybody. And it's known as the kingdom of heaven to Christians, and it's known as various things to various religions. You see, in the religion as we know it in the West, they tell you about God, and they tell you to believe in this and to believe in that. But they don't actually tell you a way of experiencing this thing called God. So transcendental meditation is a method which has been very ancient, since sort of 5,000 years ago, probably. And in the East, you see, they've had these scientific methods for God realization or full self-realization. And transcendental meditation is one of these methods. So transcendental meditation, you transcend from these states to another state of pure being. It's to put all your energy, instead of it being outward in action and words and things like that, you sit quietly and concentrate the energy back inside yourself. And by experiencing more subtle levels of thought, until your thought becomes so subtle that suddenly there's no more thought. And when you transcend it down where there's no thought, then this is such a great state of pure consciousness. There's nothing there to spoil it. And there's no time or space or anything down there. And to talk about it in these terms, it sounds very involved and complex, but in actual fact it's very simple, because you don't have to know anything about it. You don't have to have any religion. You can be an atheist. All you have to have is...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?